We are back. Another video. Here's the 79, and as you can see, I took the carburetor off. There it is right there. I found out they sell thicker gaskets for warped air horns, and I believe that's what's going on with mine, causing the idle to run a little high. And also, it was gummed up with just bad gas that was in there. So, gonna take care of that so this car can be a driver again. But that's not what this video is about. So, I recently just finished college. I'm back for a little bit, hopefully, and time to take care of these cars. So the C5 is looking great. The paint came out amazing. So it's about time to start detailing this, getting this ready to sell. In this video, we're going to take a look at this. So one of the problems is I don't have keys for the lock for the doors. So I've dealt with this many times before. Basically, I just take the door panels out, get the lock cylinder, bring the lock cylinder to a locksmith, and we're good. So I'm going to do that. Also, if you haven't seen this, if you can tell, it's kind of sunny. I got seat covers in here, only in the driver's seat right now. I put this in a while ago, actually. It looks a lot like the basic older C4 seats. This is supposed to be the sport seat. I really like how the sport seats look, and I'm hesitant to cover that one up, but I don't know. Let me know, do you think it's better to keep this one uncovered? Because this one is good. There's no tears or anything in it. This one was horrible on the bottom, so I have to cover it up. So let me know, do I keep it mismatched or do I put a cover on both of them? Alright, let's get started on pulling this out. Alright, decided to take off the passenger side just because there's less stuff to deal with. So not bad, all just Phillips screws. We got it out. You can see the newer version of the regulator in there. So there's two little speed nuts for the lock cylinder. Basically it's this handle that we're taking out. There's two, one here, one there on the back. So gotta figure out what size it is and take those nuts off. So here's what the speed nut looks like. An 11mm wrench did the trick. And then now that they're both out, this will just kind of wiggle out. Gonna have to play with it, but yep, we'll get it out like this. Alright, managed to get this out. You can see this is where the two speed nuts go. So there's actually a little, I think it's called an E-clip or something like that. Those are really easy to lose, so try not to lose them. Mine fell somewhere inside of the door panel, so I got to dig for it. But yeah, you pry that off, and then you get off the sensor that senses when it's locking and unlocking. And there's also a rod that connected to this hook that I totally forgot about. That would be this part right here. So this is what you have to take off. There's the rod, and this kind of clips in through that slot there. It has the opening, and you just gotta push it towards yourself, like away from the skin of the door. And then once you do that, you're free. Try not to break these, because especially if you have the earlier C4, they'll break. So here is the passenger seat. It's the sport leather. It's in pretty good shape, really. I had to disable it or dismantle the bottom because the motor doesn't work on it, and you have to do that to get it. The back bolts out if you can't access them. So let me show you what I've got. Took the driver's seat out, and this was the driver's seat with the cover, and I swapped it over here, and the seat bracket actually bolts up. Didn't need any modifications at all. So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put what was the driver's seat onto the passenger side. That way the passenger side can go to the driver's side, and I have that nice sport leather, the original, and then I just have the cover on the passenger side because I would rather have the sport leather if I was the driver of this car. Alright, let's... we gotta vacuum first, because there's so much stuff down there. Let's vacuum.
Alright, got the door panel back on, and got the lock cylinder with the handle attached. Just gotta put the seat back into the passenger side. Alright, got the car all put back together.
Didn't really do a great job vacuuming, still have to do some more. So I ended up putting the passenger seat onto the driver's side and switching them like that. And so far everything works. Seems fine. I got the passenger side cleaned up pretty well. Yeah. And then another thing, got all the compartments down here put back in, so now the wires are hid. I just have to find out where the OBD2, actually this is 93, so this is OBD1, where that goes. So, but that's easy, no big deal. And then I also managed to get this top free. So this is similar to how the C5 is, which makes sense. The C4 has the yellow button over here that you press, and it's supposed to unhook the base over here. But the cable broke or something, so I had to do it manually and have someone lift while I manually did it. But yeah, that did the trick. The top is very wonky. There's a bolt missing. This, oh, here it is right here. This is one of the bolts that holds one of the joints in. I think I just need a nut on that, and then that might help the top. But the underside of the top's really nice. I managed to get the seam in the back cleaned up. If you noticed before, it was off, and I actually just had a towel sitting there. But you can see some daylight. Yeah, the top's not very good at sealing. Kinda, it is what it is for a 90s GM car.
As a bonus to those of you that are staying till the end, this is the 79. I took off the carburetor, I cleaned it again, and I ordered new gaskets, put in these special thicker gaskets to help if the air horn is warped or anything. And all that seemed to help. This car is running much better. And yeah, finally. Alright, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.